Hey, hello, everybody. Hello, happy holidays to anyone who's celebrating today. The kids and I had such a wonderful celebration. Yesterday was beautiful, and then this morning, opening presents. And it was very simple, very simple. Not a lot of gift giving this year, but really quality time, tons of laughter, tons of deep conversations, tons of love. And so I'm feeling very grateful. Grateful to you, grateful to my kids, grateful to the sunshine, grateful to the practice and the teachers of yoga that I've experienced. And so, yeah, and I hope that your holiday is going well too. I know this is a challenging time for many of us. So I'm hoping that this little break in your day will bring you joy and whatever it is that you're needing to. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the mat, and I hope I look comfortable in my big old house dress because I'm very comfortable in my big old house dress. And so I'm not going to change it. I'm going to wear it even in yoga. Um, okay. So let's sit up nice and tall. Just pausing. I'm even going to sway back and forth here. Maybe you'll join me. You'll just feel those ribs expanding and expanding and expanding, just sort of shaking out. Take some time here, maybe 5 more breaths as you're just moving, just noticing the spots, the tightness if you have it. Beautiful. And now let's take a pause. Let's sit still for a moment. So there's a really big present for you, big gift for you here. It's coming. You ready? It's going to be the most amazing gift you've ever experienced or had. So let's get ready for it. When you open it and you see it, you're going to be like, wow, wow. All right, so here we go. Sit really still and get ready. Start to soften the muscles around your eyes and the tongue and the throat. Start to notice any gripping that's happening around the skull, the jaw. And start to turn that inner gaze inward and downward towards your heart center, right? Almost like between the shoulder blades, top of the ribs, middle of the ribs, front of the heart. And imagine you're pulling back a curtain. You're going to look for this gift just for you. And you pull back another curtain, You're hunting down there, moving another curtain and another curtain and another and another. Keep going. Keep pulling them back and another one, another one. Keep looking. 3 more, 3, pulling the next curtain back, 2, next curtain back, 1, pull it back, and there it is. Take an inhale. Feel that gift and exhale. Take another inhale. Feel the gift of your breath. And then exhale. Again, right between the heart, right between the shoulder blades. Feel the gift of life. Let's go 8 more breaths, please. The gift of life, the gift of breath, the gift of that awareness of that deeper self, that true nature. Hello in there. One more deep breath. And let's bring our hands to prayer, thumbs against the heart. Honor this half hour that you'll spend on the mat, just checking in, syncing up with that life, that breath. Beautiful. All right, let's head on over to hands and knees. Hands and knees, please. Double check that you have your blocks. And we're just going to put our hands on the floor and just start to pedal out, noticing how you feel. Two more deep breaths. And when you're ready, go ahead and turn those toes underneath, broken toe pose, feeling all 10 toes now. Really get all 10 toes working. Get that action, flush your system. You're going to use this time to wring out, just really wring the body out. Use that gift of life. What better gift, right? How lucky are we? Start to align the spine, floating the ribs up and away from the pelvis. Two more breaths, hands in prayer. Big exhale, lift up, come on back into hands and knees, and we'll take ourselves up to downward facing dog. Maybe you'll be turning the knees and twisting side to side. Maybe you'll be pedaling the knees out, whatever you want to do here. Two more big breaths. Beautiful. Come on back down, hands and knees. And if you wanted to do a vinyasa there or anywhere in this class today, feel free to make time for it. I'm not calling this a flow class, but feel free to make it one. We're going to take our blocks now and we're going to be putting them underneath our rib cage. So if you would rather use a cushy blanket or a bolster, you could do that. I kind of like the pokies. I like the pokies. Okay, I like the pokey. So they're going right underneath those shoulders here. And you might want a pillow here. I don't want a pillow. We're going to hold. Another option is to keep the hips level. You could put a bolster underneath. I don't want to do that either, but that's an option. Whoops. Maybe you're reaching that right arm up and over and you're going to stretch out here. Fire up those toes. Find Supta Tadasana here on your side. And we'll take 8 deep breaths. Another option is to prop your head up. How's this feel? Tractioning those ribs, feeling that plugging in action. The belly lock is on. Those inner thighs are rolling behind you. Some folks might even bend this top leg and grab the ankle if you wanted to do that. If you are doing that, double check that your second and third toe are staying over that knee. If you are doing this, pull that foot away and open up your shoulder. You could also drop that head again. Maybe you want to turn on the back a little bit and sort of dig in back there. This is your time. 8 breaths. Moving gently and safely for whatever it is you need. traction action. Taking the front rim of your pelvis, and tipping it to the spine, tipping it behind you. 3 more breaths. 2. All righty, release that leg if you have it, and we're going to cross the arms over. QL strengtheners, quadratus lumborum, those muscles that run along the spine. 10 times. Here we go. Zip up that pubic bone, navel to pubic bone, zipping up. Inhale, sweep up, and exhale down. 9 more. Up and down. Feel those pulleys. Three more. And 2 more. This work is very deep. Hold it up. Big inhale. 1 more. Up a little bit higher. 1 more. And beautiful. Take your hand underneath your head again and pause. Little monster walks. Lift these legs. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that plug in the belly. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just feel that heaviness of that leg. 3, 2, 1. Last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's switch sides. Pause for a moment. See how that felt. Oh, yummy. So good. All right, let's switch. Taking yourself back down, putting those ribs down. Whoops, I lost my block. The gift of your breath. What else do you need? Right? Breath. Go ahead and find this Tadasana pose where you've got those feet really fired up. Maybe reach. Maybe you're taking the head down. You do whatever feels nice for you. And just breathe. It's amazing how different the sides feel. I always love that awareness. So different. Again, maybe you'll grab this top leg if that works for you. See how that feels. Pull that leg away so you're getting this nice little boost in the shoulder. Again, maybe you're releasing the neck. Maybe you're coming to your back side a little bit. This is your time. Another 8 breaths to really feel whatever you're noticing here. Those intercostal muscles between the ribs, they get really tight when we sit a lot or if we have a lot of tension. It's a nice area to notice. Three. And 2. Beautiful. Yummy. Go back to those calm breaths. And here we go. Crossing your arms over. If you need a pillow, grab it. And we're going to go 10 and down. And 9 and down. And 8 and down. 7. 6. Smile. 5. Really feel that core turning on. 4, 3, let it go, and then re-engage. 2, let it go, and then re-engage. 1, hold it out, 3 breaths. Find stability, find ease. Inhale. There's that gift again. Exhale, let go what doesn't serve you. Come up a little bit higher. Inhale. Fill all that up. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And release. Beautiful. Put your hand underneath your head. And now we're going to find time to do the monster walk again, lifting this leg up, and we'll go 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heavy. Feel it's really heavy to lift. 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, 1. Last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on back over to our hands and knees. Hands and knees, please. And downward dog. Now, as we are in our downward dog, I'd like you to bring your attention to the middle spine. The middle spine, thoracic spine here. See if you can breathe into those ribs deeply. And exhale. 7 more, right into the middle spine. Keep breathing. See if you can release all the tension from your lower back, all the way through the middle back. The more those hands and feet press down, the more you can launch to the sky. Feel the opposite here. Head dropping, pelvic floor lifting. 3 more breaths. One more. Right into the spot where you need it, right there. Okay, take your time here, and we're going to come back down to hands and knees. Grab your blocks, and we'll do a couple more things here in this area. I've been thinking about the psoas a lot. It's a very tight muscle for many of us, so we're just stretching that out a little bit. We'll go for a few more minutes. Take your left leg forward. Find those blocks right underneath your hands. Turn that back toes under if that feels right for you. You could also lift that knee, or you could stay where you are. So we have that left leg forward, the right leg back. Maybe you'll come up here. We're trying to find that back bend, working deeper. Perhaps you'll even interlace your fingers behind your head, pull the back of the head up, little tuck of the chin here, and feel that big opening. The front rim of the pelvis is moving behind you. It's moving to the spine, and the tailbone's dropping to the floor. 5 breaths. Breathe that gift right into the middle body. One more. So nice. Come on out. We're going to push back. We're going to take our left foot over to the opposite side of the mat. Be careful here. And we're going to aim this left hip to the ground. However you feel safe about doing it, come right down to the ground as best you can. If you can't reach all the way, please grab a blanket or something underneath. If you can, bring your front leg parallel to the front of the mat. If you can, turn your back leg down, but either way, however you want to do this is best for you. And again, taking your elbows to the blocks or the hands to the blocks. And we're going to focus on taking the front of our pelvis back towards the spine. Breathe into those ribs. What do you need outside of you to be peaceful inside? Or is it the work of inside? Being accepting of where you are, being loving to yourself, compassionate, kind, right now. Let's do that. 5 breaths. Keep breathing in deep breaths. One more. Beautiful. And slowly, slowly, slowly come on up. And let's change. Go ahead and switch legs. We'll go to the other side. Finding your opposite leg, right leg forward. Grab your blocks. Again, if you're curling the toes under, do so. If you want to point them back, point them back. And take 8 breaths here. Feel that traction action, moving the front rim of the pelvis back. Big back bend here. Two more deep breaths. So nice. All right, switch. Let's take our leg all the way over to the outside, making a gentle movement. Bring yourself down to Ekapada Kapotasana, pigeon pose, and we'll spend 8 breaths here. And again, maybe you're staying a little bit longer. I would love to teach 6-hour classes. I could spend all day doing this. So, but when we're doing classes, we sort of skip through them a little bit more. But when I'm doing my private practice, I don't necessarily count the breaths. I just feel it. And I get that instinct of when it's time to come out. I try to keep it balanced, but really just honoring the body. So if any of this stuff you want to stay in, feel free to do that. Here we go. Breathing right into the heart center. Three more breaths. There's so many gifts in these postures. I hope you're seeing all the different gifts that get unraveled, the awareness of how you pattern your physical body. All right, come on out. The awareness of how you pattern your thinking, your breathing. Okay, now this next sequence, this is sort of heading towards the end of class. It may not be for you. It's a very, very, very deep twist. So you want to be careful here. You always want to be careful, but take your left hip back down. Maybe you'll have a straight left leg. Maybe that would be best for you, where you're actually straightening this leg out. You don't have to. And then we're going to take our blocks back to where they were. And we're going to put the front ribs here on the blocks again. So again, it's deep. Actually, I'll show you what I'm doing this way so you can see. I'm taking this leg out. I'm lining up my blocks. I'm turning my spine. I'm firing up this toe, really pushing through the leg, and then bringing the front ribs to the blocks and then dropping. If you wanted to take your hands down by the sides, you could do that. If you wanted to bring a cheek down instead of the forehead, feel free on that. Here we go. Big 8 breaths. You're pushing through that left big toe and you're turning the ribs to the blocks. You're feeling this balancing act. The head is heavy, the tailbone is heavy, and the bridge is under the ribs. Here we go. 5 deep breaths more. Two more breaths. So nice. Good. And we're going to come on up and we're just going to turn around and then keep turning around. Look at that. We get all the way around and then we fix our clothes and then we set it up again. Ready? Straighten the leg. Does this feel okay to you? I love to stretch. But if it feels too intense or not safe, you can always do it on your back and just windshield wiper those knees side to side. Same idea. Okay, here we go. Pushing through that big toe, firing it up, bringing those ribs right onto those blocks and finding a pose I can hang out in. 8 breaths. Here we go. Breathe into those middle spines. Breathe into the ribs. You can turn your head if that feels better for you. Take your hands down by your sides if you want. Hmm. 3 more breaths. Keep your mind here. All the gifts of this be here now. 2 and 1. Good. Come on out. Receive that. So good. And we're going to end in our fish pose. Nice and easy. Take your blocks in whatever height you want to do. You could go low, you could go high. And that's all we're going to do here is just give ourselves a little bit of an opening in that upper body. 1 block right between the shoulder blades, 1 block underneath the head, arms out nice and wide. Walk those feet out, lean those knees in. Turn the palms up if that serves you. And let's lift our hips up. Once you get here, I'm going to give you another breath or two because you're probably still getting going here. But when you're ready, maybe you'll lift your hips up and you'll just lengthen that spine, bring it down again, and then pick it up, lengthen the spine, feeling that back bendy action, but you're also trying to counter it a little bit. Just finding whatever you need to do here. 1 more breath. And then bringing yourself down. Feet wide, knees lean together. And go back to these breaths. I just wanted to give you a little bit of time on the mat today. Time to remember yourself. Remember the greatest gifts that we have. Remember each other. Just be still for a moment on this day. So finding your way to stillness now. A place that you can rest. Maybe even taking a couple exhales through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Big exhales. Go looking for those gifts again. If you start to get outside of yourself, start, what's most important to me again? What do I want to remember? You are a gift to us, to me. I'm so appreciative for you guys keeping your light on. Deep, deep bows to you all. May this work be of benefit. Deep bows. All right. See you next time. Namaste. Rest and enjoy.